Hello and welcome to episode 25. I'm cooking up some red alloy ingots because we are going to do something very quick here in the beginning. As I said, I wanted all the portals to turn on when I walked in the room, in the nexus room that we have been building. And I'm going to quickly deal with that. You see, what we want to do is we want to make a Seer Stone. Seer Stone, we need an Eye of Ender, which is quite possible. Redstone and redstone, sorry, ender pearl and blaze powder. There we go. And then we need a piece of redstone and 2 stone blocks. That's the easy part. And then we need a player focus, because the Seer Stone basically looks for something in its area. It also needs mana in it, and we can solve that. In fact, it needs light mana in it, so we need to fill up a battery with light mana. Mana battery. We have arcane ash, I believe. We do, and 4 of that. And what was the last 4? Chimerite. Chimerite. 4. Chimerite in the corners, and arcane ash. Cool. And I'm just going to plant that down before I get to the next part of what we need to do, which is to make the player focus. But if I pop that down here, this thing will happily go about filling that up. And then we'll move it later. I believe it keeps its charge. It better keep its charge because that's part of what I'm planning around. So you can tell what kind of mana it requires by the colour. My Magitech goggles are helping with this, but by the colour that helps when I'm looking at the Seer. See how it's that light blue colour, it means it's light energy. And then I need the player focus. So, player. Here we are, we need a life essence. Now that thing can actually be made, but we need a standard focus first, which is a lesser focus. Okay, 1 of you, 4 of you, and 4 of you. Oh, I'm dumb. Lesser focus first. Then the standard focus. Alright, so now we need that life essence, and you can actually make the life essence, but I have forgotten how, and as you might be able to hear because I'm doing it loudly, there's no recipe for the life essence that I can see. I know there is a way to make it, and we use Ars Magica. We use... It's in here somewhere. No. This essence refiner. Arcane ash, 2 obsidian, a diamond. I think I have all of that on me. Ooh, not quite. So, arcane ash was 2 netherrack, 2 stone, 2 redstone, 2 glowstone. I think it's crossed that I remembered that right. Redstone, glowstone. Yeah, look at me. Remembering useless information. In that goes. Got nice red alloy ready. And then we needed 2 obsidian and a diamond. Alright. And then the rest was wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go gadget. Essence refiner. Alright. So this thing, I'll probably need to put it down in the Arcanium. we pop that down, oh look, it's got 1% in it. I guess it's nighttime, so that thing's not charging. And you're empty. We'll put you down here. Ah, it only takes neutral or dark. Just my luck. Alright. That's cool. We have Vintium dust, or at least I can make more. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here and do my research, because I expected there to be a recipe in NEI that I could look at, but there didn't seem to be. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make myself some more life essence. So I got a little bit of ahead of myself. So I'll be back once I have that recipe, and then we shall continue. You know, I went to go and put some fuel in the obelisk to get some fuel into the refiner, and I realized that I don't need to go online to check this sort of thing. It's in my arcane compendium. Essence and essence bag, life essence. So it's 2 golden apples, some arcane ash, which I just got, and a couple of eggs. So that is great, because I have 2 basic golden apples. So if you don't know the difference, if you make this is a vanilla thing, by the way, if you make a golden apple using nuggets around an apple, you get a basic golden apple, and if you make a golden apple using blocks around a golden apple, you get one that has the enchanted effect around it, and that is the really, really strong one and used in some of the more advanced recipes and mods and things, because of course it costs you 8 blocks of gold, so why not? But we just want basic golden apples, the cheap kind. Arcane ash in the middle, and a couple of eggs. And it did take the... well, it is taking the essence. I don't know whether it's working or not. Ah, yes, you can see the GUI spinning just a little bit. Hopefully that comes through on the video. We are life essence. Standard focus, life essence, player focus. Alright. How much do you have? You don't have a heck of a lot, but you have enough to show what we need to show. If I put this down somewhere, it should have the amount in it. It does. Great. So, we now need to figure out where in the portal room we want to put this thing. And actually, let me just pop that in there so I have some bar space. Red alloy ingots. And back to the portal. Alright, so other than zombies, what we're trying to achieve here is the distance between the Seer Stone, which we can pop down here. Just for now, we'll put the mana battery here. Okay, that'll do. It's still testing. And then we put that there. Pairing successful. Fantastic. Then we just want to make some red alloy wire. Easy enough. Actually, we want to turn that all into red alloy wire, so then we'll just do that. And then we want to put a player focus in that slot, I guess. This is for other focuses to make it stronger or weaker. It apparently has not detected me. I'm probably doing something wrong at this point. So once again we can go back to our fantastic book. Always helpful to go to the book. Seer Stone. Operating a similar principle to the astral barrier, the Seer Stone uses an essence aura projected through a spell focus to detect nearby objects. It can be controlled by focusing the essence to a particular type of object. So that is our player focus. And the resonant frequency of the essence can be dictated with the use of a keystone. Without the use of a keystone, the resonant frequency fluctuates unpredictably and cannot be avoided. The Seer Stone, however, is meant for more subtle approach, letting the object continue but emitting a small signal that often activates much more powerful defenses. Blah blah blah. Alright, different foci can be used in a Seer Stone. Less a standard, greater foci change the detection distance of the stone. So 5, 10 or 15 blocks respectively. While item, player, monster or creature foci can change what this... Okay, so we need a focus in here. And I can make a greater focus. Let's just go back this way. So we know exactly how far then. We want to put the Seer Stone exactly 15 blocks away from the entrance of that room. Because we're going to go with a greater focus, may as well. Unless it affects other things later on, but hopefully that won't be so. Greater focus requires 2 purified Vintium dust and a bunch of arcane ash. And I have that purified. Well, I have 1. Alright, so I'm going to need to make a bunch of stuff, so we'll just fast forward here. Alright, so here we are to make the greater focus. Alright. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's a thing, and I completely forgot about it. It's alright, so we can learn that for later. If I quickly go back to the Oculus. And go to the utilities page. No. There's a page I don't know for some reason. Possibly because I'm too low level. But it goes right here and it's called talents. And unless he has removed talents, he being Mythian, that's how you access being a archmage. And unless you're an archmage, you can't make certain things. So we're going to have to go with a standard focus. And now, the Seer Stone can see me, and it should be able to see me up to 10 blocks away, which is here apparently. Here. So, what we want to do is we want to... How's that doing? It doesn't get drained at a very high rate actually. It's pretty good. But from about here. So if we stand here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and stick the Seer Stone under here. Boom. Player focus. And the other thing I can do is I can make some foci to put up here, like mana focus, so that it doesn't drain as much mana to use it, which is something we'll definitely do. but went down one too much. I only want it to be just under the surface, so it's easy to reach. Crystal. There we go. I think that should work, right? That didn't seem to have paired, so how do I clear you, crystal wrench? You see how the gem is green? It means that the crystal wrench is currently paired to doing to copying a certain pairing, and I don't seem to be able to clear it. Let's go see the trusty book. Crystal, no. I always find that symbol really confusing. It says blocks, but it looks like a crystal wrench. Okay, right click, then right click on the destination. No, there is no need to click on Ethereum conduits along the way. La la la. Wrench will turn green. This means the crystal wrench is remembering the source block location. You can click on several destinations in a row without having to return to the source. Right? Well, it doesn't tell me how to clear the crystal wrench, which is kind of annoying. No. We'll just right-clicking somewhere clear it. You know what? I don't have time for this. It might be a big bug. If it's not a bug, then it's something that's not very well documented, or here we go. So the Seer Stone can detect me, and right, just do that so I can see it from the entrance. Off, still off, on. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So now what we need to do is be very sneaky and have this thing drain down slowly from its battery. I need to dig under here, and I'm going to that. Oh, it's really close. That's awesome. Okay, so about here. Right? Right, right? I guess we'll find out. Nope, not quite. Portal on. Portal off. Portal on. Portal off. We win. That is so cool. Alright, and now I just need to do another one this way. And then clean up the damage I've done. Of course. Right. Come across. Perfect. Yeah. Portals off. Portals on. Portals off. Portals on. Yay. I'm very proud of myself, you can probably tell. I like it when something works out. Alright, so just for now, that's how that's going to work. Wow, it's noisy in there. We can actually fix that, and In fact, we will fix that, but not right now. The next thing we want to do this episode is something completely unrelated to portals, but we are going to use one to get back. So, portal on. Actually, I'm going to step through, take off these pressure plates. And of course, the mana's not going to drain down while nothing's there triggering it. So, that's also a good thing. Let's get out of that noisy room. Alright. Today, we're going to work on our first science wing thing. And I'm going to dig out a room, probably off camera, because it's going to be very boring, because it's unlike the other rooms. It's not going to have any kind of special shape to it or anything, because it's basically a factory floor, because it's where our ore processing is going to go. And it's going to be the start of our basic machine automation. So we'll put that together today, but as far as the room stuff goes, I'm going to dig it out off camera, and I'll get back to you once we have something to work with. Cool, see you soon. Okay, so I leveled up from casting a light spell, and I know this isn't the big dugout room that I said it would be. That's because I got distracted. So I leveled up by casting a light spell, so I was like, okay, I'm going to invest that point into fire damage, because I knew I was going to need fire damage to make the dark nexus thing, and I've set that up. So this is a ritual of corruption, apparently. And I needed a fire spell and a couple of other things, so I also took the time to go to the nether and use my wand and my flight potion to get myself some sunstone. I've got quite a bit of it now. Well, relatively speaking, I have quite a bit of it. So, this ritual should be nothing but throwing these in and then casting. Yeah! Haha! Black Aurum. So this thing, this evil twisting nexus, if I bring any entities close to it, it'll generate dark energy. So now we have a representative of all three generation types. We have light, we have neutral in the back there, and we have Aurum, dark. I also worked out, through the magic of looking through this book, while looking for the ritual of corruption for this one, is that if we come down to structures and then go to Black Aurum or Celestial Prism, much like the old way of doing things, we can still build the pillars around the outside, which is necessary for making it stronger. So, blah blah blah, next page. To be upgraded by adding certain multi-block configurations around it. The first of these is the wizard chalk circle and will increase the amount of power generated from each mob the Aurum consumes. The second upgrade is the pillars, which will further increase the power generation. The pillars can also have specific cap upgrades, which modify the amount of benefits. Neither the chalk circle or the pillars are required for the Aurum to function, so we have the very basic form right now, and clicking on cap upgrades doesn't actually tell me what they do, unfortunately. But I am going to assume that the sunstone blocks are probably the most powerful, since they're the hardest to get. And I think if we go back, go to Celestial Prism, yep, much the same way. We can put pillars around it, so it's kind of like the old light nexus. I'm not entirely sure if the obelisk... Oh no, the obelisk does have that. So, what we can do is get some wizard's chalk. And you can see down the end there, I haven't even started digging. Because I literally cast that light spell and leveled up. Chalk, 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 chalk. Did I run out? No, I put it in my other Soren chest. Here it is. Hopefully I have enough. But we can do the first upgrade for each of these. So, good thing I looked in that book, huh? Learning all sorts of things. So, wizard's chalk around it like that. And we're not going to have enough. All gone. so I can make some more. It's just some no, I can't. I ran out of Vintium dust. And because of the changes I've made to the pack, there's no actual Vintium dust in the current vicinity. I'm going to have to load some new chunks and then go digging there. So for now, only the light nexus is upgraded. That's alright though. And there's that light spell I cast. I should probably recast it, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to get to digging now that we have our black worm. And then I'll be back once I have something to show you. So, awesome. See you soon. Okay, I'm back a couple of hours later actually. I got distracted by stuff and things, but also getting further distracted by Ars Magica. I decided to put the pillars and the chalk around each of these and put a mana battery down. So this has been running a while now. It's actually at 0%. That's not right. It can't be right. I guess I didn't hook that up to that properly. What about you? You're at 0 as well. Something's happening. I know that had 32,000-ish in it. There may be a bug in the latest version. But yeah, pillars and chalk on all of them. There's no other configuration for the neutral obelisk other than these pillars. Sunstone is the best for this, so this is as upgraded as it's going to get. And this one has 2 more tiers above it. It can have diamond on the top, or it can have moonstone on the top. So that's there for the future. I also hit level 5 from casting light spells, and just as I imagined, we have talents now. So let's see, where is it? Augmented casting. This one here, which you can't see very well. Don't worry, not even I can see it very well. Augmented casting is the Archmage thing I was talking about that will let me access other recipes. So I need a blue point, a green point, and then a red point. I have red points, I don't have green points, and I won't get green points around until about level 20 in Ars Magica. So I either need to find a green orb, or I need to get to level 20 to access that stuff. But I have everything else that I need. Let's see what else. Right, the factory floor. As you can see on the minimap there, it's huge. This should be all the space we need. Hello, zombie. Of course, it's not lit up properly. We can change that actually. Come on, F7. There we are. With a few of these. One over there, one here. Oh, I've reached full burnout and drained all my mana from casting light. It's not free, but it's close to free. It's better than making torches, that's for sure. Oh. Alright. So things should only be able to spawn down one end. As you can see, the red X's are actually out of render range for me, so I can't actually see everything that I need to light up in this room. So let's talk about this room while we're here, rather than just running around planting lights. Whoops, sorry about that. Not sure, there was a crash, so I'm not sure what happened there, but it was odd. It wasn't actually Minecraft's crash, it was a computer crash. So there will probably be a little bit of a weird cut there. So I wanted to talk about this room, what we're going to do with it. Basically it's going to be the factory space. So a lot of it's going to be dedicated to processing of materials, incoming and outgoing, sorting, manufacturing, all that sort of thing. It's big and open right now, and it probably will stay like that, but sections of it, I'm going to try and stop jumping around, sections of it will be cordoned off with walls where necessary, just to mark things out. But like many of my rooms, they're open plan and loosely defined until they can be refined later. So the first thing I wanted to start with today actually was Rotarycraft. I want to get us some Rotarycraft started, and the best way to do that is, first of all, get us another ultimate energy cube and get it into that room as quickly as we can. So what I'll do is I'll craft that off camera, since you've watched me craft one of those on time lapse before. But then once we've got that cube in here, actually, because we're starting with Rotarycraft, we don't need to get that cube in here for this part of the episode. And we're closing in on the end, but I'll make sure I get this done before we do. This work table, it's been sitting here for a couple of episodes in the background, unacknowledged. It is in fact how you make certain things with Rotarycraft. There is a configuration option for Rotarycraft that lets you turn off the requirement for the work table, but until that becomes annoying, I kind of want to see what it's like to play with the work table as the method for construction. Later on down the line, once we get into applied energistics, we may in fact turn it off anyway, because unfortunately we wouldn't be able to construct Rotarycraft stuff without turning that off with AE. Unless we had one work table for every recipe, or at least I think that's how that works. Anyway, moving right along. The first things we need to do for Rotarycraft, Rotary, yes, that's what we want actually. We want Rotarycraft. We want. Where are you? Should be fairly early in the list. Just have to spot it. Is it there? Oh boy, this is embarrassing. Ah, there it is, blast furnace. So we need 8 bricks and a piece of redstone. We have 6 bricks. Technically we have 8. Yes, I'm going to do this instead of just pulling the stone out of the barrel. Don't judge me. Redstone. So what we need to do for this thing is, if I just plonk it down on the ground after clearing that. Yes, I know, I could be using the insufficient temperature or invalid or missing items. Wow, that's a big tooltip. So in this here temperature gauge, you need to heat up the blast furnace before it'll start making what is called HLSL, I think, HSLA steel. So you put iron in here with gunpowder. So we're going to need some gunpowder. We're going to need, let's get a couple of stacks of iron. 1, 2, give me those back please. There we go, 2 stacks, 64 gunpowder, and we're also going to need a bucket and some lava. Bucket, lava, blast furnace. We'll leave the wood. No, we'll take it with us. There may be some running back and forth, but hopefully less this way. So, blast furnace. Let's just chuck it in the corner up here for now. Stick out a spot. Lava, blast furnace. Now it's receiving heat. And we can stick some gunpowder in there and some iron in there. Once it gets up to a certain required heat, and we can check our handy dandy Inky Iridian, Rotarycraft. we want HSLA. Steel. Nope, that's not the section we wanted. We probably need to go to this. Yeah, alright. 600C is what we need to wait for it to get to. So, oh, that's climbing very slowly. So very slowly. So I will cut here and I'll be back once that hits 600C. Oh, that was some ominous lighting. Lightning? Alright, I'll see you soon. Minecraft, I'm not an evil. I will see you soon. I swear. I swear. I'm not doing that on purpose. This is not edited in. Minecraft is just nerfing it up right now. I'll see you soon. Bye. Alright, I'm back. We've hit 625C and I'm a dum-dum. Coal actually goes in there and sand in there and then iron in here. And as you can see, it starts doing its job. And then over in the right hand side, 9 HSLA steel. One day I'll get that acronym without having to actually read it. So now we have HSLA steel. What do we actually do with it? Well, we want to make a steam engine. Hooray, steam! So to make that, let's stick our work table down and type in steam, and there we have a steam engine. So we need a bunch of stuff, as well as, so we need an impeller, which means we need one of these. So let's work table it up. Excuse me, that is in fact the pattern. Do you want a normal work table? Yeah, it wants a normal work table. Okay, that's weird. I guess I actually only need it for the putting together the actual engine. So I'll take those back out because I'm going to need them. And then we want a what is that? Condenser. So we need a liquid pipe. So I need some glass. Our first running back to get other things. And while we're there, yep, I'll get the cobblestone and the piece of gold. 1, 2, 3. Gold. And then we need 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's in a work table. And I believe that's just in a normal thingy. I've got a couple of other bits because I was playing around much earlier on. We can actually use the scrap and melt it down in the blast furnace. So I will take that scrap. Alright, pipes. It's you and me. 16. That was an interesting noise. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that one is in your table like that. Condenser. Awesome. Then we require, take that, and then we require another base panel like that, and then the whole lot, impeller, condenser, shaft unit, base panel, gold, cobblestone. Alright, awesome. We have our steam engine. Now I'll be right back. Alright, so where were we? We have a steam engine. Now, in order to power the steam engine, let me just feed myself here. We are going to need a heat source, much like our blast furnace. We're also going to need a water source. And how we're going to handle that is much the same way that we handle the water delivery for up there. In fact, I might just steal it for now, save us having to craft it, because I'm not doing anything with this right now. We'll take that. You won't need it when the revolution comes. Alright. And then we want a thing. A lever. I have a lever in here. Yep. Alright. So basically this is the starting point for us getting some Rotarycraft power. That's our output. And then we're going to need water to input. That's how we're going to do that. Oh. Now I'm a fool because that's lava. So what we're actually going to do is we will run back, get one transfer pipe. And we'll also need to grab some water while we're at it, because I was going to have to run back and get that anyway. Alright, 2 buckets of water. So what we'll do now is we'll stick it here. And it's a complete mess for now, and I'll sort it out later, but for the sake of getting this episode ball rolling, I just want to, much the same way as we did things in the first few episodes, just getting the proof of concept going. So now this engine is hot, and oh, it exploded. I didn't get the water to it fast enough. That is very unfortunate. So what I'll do actually, put that there, break that, break this, now it's dropping in temperature because I killed the obsidian underneath. Ah, this is the silliest thing. Alright. Let me think. Okay. Here's what we'll do for now. We will have a better way of doing it, but just for now, water and water and transfer pipe and transfer pipe, and I'll need another transfer pipe, but I'll also need 3 more cobblestone, some glass. Wait, no, I've got the pipes. So just 3 more cobblestone, a piece of gold, and a piece of transfer pipe. The reason the water didn't get into it the first time that we set it up, I just thought I'd mention, is because the steam engine has very specific sides, which is unfortunate, and we'll move this for now. Get out of here, obsidian. we'll stick the blast furnace further back. Out of the way, out of harm's way. Sand, coal. Alright. GSLA. Just wanted to get that stuff out of my inventory. Alright. So we want another impeller. And then we want another one of these. Alright. I think we have everything now. Base plates, gold, impeller, condenser, shaft unit, cobblestone. Cool, let's try that again. That's not getting water. Is this not a relevant pipe? Do I need to turn it on? You don't have... there we go. Okay. And now it starts getting water. Alright. So, this thing shouldn't explode now. Fortunately. As it starts to fill up with water, it needs... Wow, that's loud. I'll be turning that down in post-production. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. Let me get away from that. That is very, very loud. I'm so glad the sound effects are on 2 different channels. Well, sorry, not sound effects. My voice and the game volume is on 2 different channels. And it still blew up. I'm confused. You what, mate? I'm going to have to read about the steam engine. But with that disaster, I think we'll leave the episode there. It was a bit of a random one, but we have a nice new room. And I promise when I come back for 26, I'll have figured some stuff out, because that was a bit... It had water, it had heat. I was doing something wrong. Anyway. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Actually, I thought I'd just come back and let you know I figured out what the problem was. I made a 3rd one, and then promptly lost it in a fire, and then put one back in my inventory. But I made a igniter from Tinker's Mechworks, and the problem was lava. Lava specifically heats at over 180 degrees, which this thing cannot handle. Over 180 degrees, it risks exploding, which is what happened to the last 2 of these. But fire does not bring it up and over 180 degrees. Not as long as it has enough water in it. So I also put this lever here because this is the only way we can get it to stop once it's started. Because the way you turn off a steam engine is by letting it cool down till it no longer can run. So what we'll handle next episode is that we want to make a couple of machines for Rotarycraft, which also means that we're going to need to get into power transfer of Rotarycraft, which works a lot differently than what you're probably used to. So we will tackle that. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Bye bye.